Welcome back everyone, this is Lodestart Plays, and this is part 47 of my Kingdom Hearts free playthrough. So yeah, in the last part we finished up pretty much everything in the base game. And yeah, that basically means in this part we will be starting up ReMIND, which is the DLC for Kingdom Hearts 3, which is based after the main story. Just skip that there. And yeah, one of the new pieces of content is this here. As you can see, this is a base game's main menu art. But yeah, there you go. I might turn that down on my headset because that is really loud. But they added Kairi right next to Sora. Really good, really good. Which also, speaking of main menu art, I cannot wait for Melody and Memory. That for the cover, and they did confirm that the cover art was going to be the main menu art, but that looks really good. So yeah, I guess we will be starting ReMIND. So let's go down to special, I think it is. No, it is in downloadable content, my bad. And as you can see, ReMIND, the DLC itself, is split into 3 pieces. The first piece is ReMIND. Then the second one is Limit Cut episode, and the third is Secret episode. So ReMIND might take me about maybe 3 or 4 parts, I think. They'll be probably an hour long each, roughly. Limit Cut will probably take me about 13. Limit Cut is pretty much a challenge, kind of like a challenge boss gauntlet sort of thing, and the secret episode will take me 1 part. This is probably going to take the longest to record. And you know, I think Limit Cut will be, to be honest. These 2 are going to be super hard. We'll be doing these on critical as well, so yeah, this is going to take a lot of time to record. So here we go. Let's go to ReMIND, and this is our save that we finished from the last game, slot 1. You need to have a complete save file to start the DLC stuff, because it does actually take place after the main story, or most of it anyway. It kind of does take place after, but at the same time during the end. You'll see what I mean later. Alright, we have a first cutscene. Now this is quite an interesting one. Now that we know Zigbar is now Lushu.
Picture this. A black goat stashes away a letter, then orders a white goat to search for it.
What could his intentions possibly be?
Great! A riddle. Just what I need.
It's always a riddle with Fluxord.
There are many possibilities.
Luxord? Is that how they pronounce his name now?
Or
I always say Luxord because of Kingdom Hearts 2.
Or the letter has truly gone missing. I can think of several reasons offhand. Guessing is simply useless.
Well, then just follow your orders, plain and simple.
Yes, that's what I've always done. I followed the orders from above, without question. However, I sometimes can't help but read into my opponent's strategy.
Luxord knows something up.
On the job?
If the contents of the box are so unknown, why is it of such critical importance to the organization? Furthermore, was it Xehanort or Xemnas who gave the order?
Well, it's tricky.
All Xehanort cares about is the clash between the 7 lights and 13 darknesses. It's unlikely he would hold such an interest in this mysterious box.
So Luxord's put some pieces together.
The order was issued by Xemnas, or the one who informed me of my task, you.
As if. It must have been Xemnas.
My inquiries suggested
playing
otherwise.
it off. We did see that he had the box at the end, in the epilogue.
What are your intentions?
Look, I don't know what's inside the box, but it's been protected by Keyblade wielders since way back when. Aren't you curious? I heard it contains information that's vital to all Keyblade wielders. Secrets.
And where did you hear this?
Wasn't the Master of the Masters, was
I don't remember. I keep my eyes and ears wide open, but I've traveled so many different places. It's hard to keep everything straight, you know?
If this box is truly as important as you say, why now? I believe you discovered that others also seek it, and you need to find it before anyone else does. In order to keep your connection to the box a secret from those around you. Zigbar, who are you really? No matter. It doesn't make a difference to me. It's all the same. I'm content to feign ignorance.
The question is, who are you, Luxord?
So it's Luxord. Luxord. I don't know. I don't like the new way they pronounce his name. I prefer Luxord. It's just easier and I just like it more. But I think they changed it because of, you know, Luxord and Lushu maybe? I don't know.
It's finally over.
I'm not sure why they changed it.
Oh.
No.
Oh, you see, we have seen this cutscene. This is obviously
Kairi.
the one that
Let's head back to Master Yen's
is on
city.
at the end
We can figure it
after you
out.
finish the game.
No.
I'm glad they
I know what to do.
Sora.
they made these cutscenes look so much better when
My
they
whole
released ReMInd.
journey began the day I lost her,
Like, I didn't realize.
and every time
I mean,
find her,
Before they looked good,
she
but
slips
I
away
didn't
again.
realize how it could have looked like this.
I thought we'd finally
I
be
think they
together.
upped the
But
contrast,
she's
the colours,
out
and
there, alone. Not
maybe
for one
made
more
like
second.
the eyes and the face animations a bit more sharper. I don't know.
That's right.
They just
Thank you,
they look a lot better.
Donald, Goofy. But this time, I have to go it alone.
Sora, listen. The power of waking isn't to go chase hearts around. Even if you do locate Kairi, you might never come home to us again.
I will. And we'll both be back before you know it.
Please.
Let him go, Mickey.
Riku.
His heart and his mind are made up. Now believe in him.
Yeah. Safe journey, Sora.
Thank you.
And yeah, this is pretty much what ReMInd is about. Or at least the first part of it. Which the first part is like it's hard to explain. It's got some of the best pieces and some of the worst pieces in the DLC. The Limit Cut episode and the Secret episode are really good. The ReMInd episode, there are really good pieces of it, but what I don't like about the ReMInd episode is that you got to replay a lot of, pretty much the final battle. I wish they kind of cut that bit. Or cut those bits, anyway. And yes, there will be a lot of cutscenes before we actually get to any gameplay.
So?
Yeah. It wards off darkness. It's useful.
You notice how
Told ya.
Xehanort's eyes aren't
So,
yellow
how'd it
even
go?
yet.
The tour.
Oh, and this is obviously the guy with young Xehanort is the Masters of Masters.
I learned the reason for my existence.
I wonder if we'll get this in Dark
Tell me
Road.
more.
All around the world,
Currently there are only
people
like 2
live seemingly
episodes
peaceful lives.
of Dark Road that are out.
They
The 3rd
believe
one's coming.
themselves to be moral and virtuous, but it's all an act. Darkness lurks in the pit of everyone's heart. Their light is a total farce.
Sounds like your trip around the world opened your eyes, but you got a little bit more than you anticipated. You must have seen a lot of darkness.
Those who are weak and who desire greater power simply strip the strong of their power and convince themselves they've earned it. That's
I've been
how
watching
people
a lot
become
of,
tainted by darkness.
Naruto lately, and every time I hear young
They
Xehanort,
believe what they want to believe,
I just think of Sai.
using
the same
hollow
voice actor,
reasons
but
as
it's like-
justification. They repeat this cycle, and their darkness grows.
So you're saying the weak feel the need to justify their actions to maintain a sense of self. Can't let that slide?
No, it's better they be ruled by darkness. People carry delusions of having power, but it's a lie. They are but sheep pretending to be wolves. Though I admit, I can understand why.
Oh, I've never heard that one before. A Keyblade wielder willing to side with the darkness? Why not just let them be until the darkness consumes them?
Because left alone, the world would fall to chaos. There needs to be order.
You sure about that? Why not just sit back and watch it play out?
Understanding hearts is difficult. More so the emotions within. I simply realize that it's easy to dismiss what you don't comprehend.
All right, all right. The world needs you. I'll grant you that one.
I don't know what I can do, but I will act. What comes next is too important.
I suppose letting false light dictate the future might be a pretty lousy move. So, you can make a change. You have that power. What do you want for the world?
Power, eh? Who knows? My training's coming to an end, and the exam's not far off. Maybe I can gain some clarity then.
You're letting the exam decide? Listen to me. The results don't matter. You believe the world needs you. Sounds like you already know where you're headed.
It's funny. Somehow, I can sense where I'm supposed to go, and what I'm supposed to do. Yes. Even this coat. There's something familiar about it.
Lol,
As if
time
I'm
travel.
meant to wear this.
No. You'll ditch it soon.
What do you mean?
I mean that one day you're going to outgrow it.
How so?
If you truly possess great power, the darkness can't control you. You won't need a silly old coat to stay safe. In fact, you'll be the one controlling the darkness instead. Me, on the other hand, I'm too much of a scaredy cat to ever take mine off.
I like the Master Masters.
Who are you, really?
He's really interesting.
Some kind of fortune teller?
Well, I could lie and tell you that's what I am when I'm actually a brilliant artist, or even a scholar. I could tell you that I dream of world peace when I'm actually planning for its destruction. The truth is what you see with your eyes, not what you hear.
So, your name?
What did I just... Never mind.
You know who he
Guess there's
reminds
no
me
harm.
of? He reminds me of,
My name is...
Of course, we don't get to hear it. He reminds me of White Zetsu from Naruto, or Toby actually. Well, I suppose Toby.
I'm a lost master.
When Toby is acting stupid in the first few episodes of Shippuden, he's mimicking White Zetsu.
Lost master?
But yeah, that's who he reminds me of when he puts up that when he acts really silly.
May your heart be your guiding key.
Yeah, but all these new characters get me really excited for the next arc of Kingdom Hearts. They're really all interesting. Well, it's only 5 years later. Now we're more close to the present day.
What's so funny, old man? Mind sharing with us?
I stand here today because of a fated encounter. Very many years ago, when I was still a young lad. I never learned who he was, and perhaps
Something
never
I
will.
did forget to mention is that Xehanort has
But I
another
see
new
now
voice
the
actor
truth he spoke
for the
of.
ReMInd portion.
We don't have time for bedtime stories.
This is his third
Without
English
the
voice
kid,
actor.
we're still down a 13th vessel. And as for the other 12, only 3 of us are here right
So,
now.
yeah.
Are you absolutely sure the others made their way back to their respective times?
Marluxia and Larxene are both here in this time, attempting to locate the new 7 hearts. Luxord is also somewhere about in this age, but after our last meeting, he went in search of something per your order. Isn't that so?
Huh. Oh, that. Right. Well, let's just say that what he's doing will benefit us in the long
So
run.
I'm guessing
But it's
Sykes
really of
was
no
looking at
importance right this second.
Zigbar when he said that.
Go
So
on.
that kind of confirmed it was Zigbar.
Playing your cards close as usual.
So Luxord was really on something. Which is kind of cool. I like how they give all these characters like
All right.
all these moments.
The hearts of Ansem, Xemnas, Vanitas, Riku Replica, and young Xehanort returned to where they came from and reassembled once more. Each of them is seeking a guardian of light.
So, the ones who turned human, and then back again into nobodies are me, you, Luxord, Marluxia, and Larxene, that's 5. The ones from the past transferred into replicas are Ansem, Xemnas, Vanitas, Riku Replica, and the old man's younger self. Then we add the old man in, the total comes up to 11. I think we're still missing 2.
Which is kind of funny because in Dream
Now
Drop
we
Distance
must
they said,
discuss
oh no, we've got all our
why
members.
we have assembled here today. My incarnations from past times, vessels into which I transferred my heart, my essence, were destroyed. Thus I was restored to what you see now. For one to completely disappear, their heart and body must be restored to their original form. That is one reason why I distributed my heart into several vessels. Ansem and Xemnas originated from Terra, or rather his young form, and it too was restored. However, my heart has returned to me, while his is yet lost. I decided to fill this hollow vessel with my heart. Indeed, the very same heart that previously resided within young Terra.
So that makes 12. Then, who do we get to replace the kid?
20 replicas were created by Vexen. The first 12 were nothing more than puppets, barely human. The prototype model was the Riku replica, and then number I was made. That leaves us with 6. Ansem, Xemnas, Vanitas, Riku replica, and young Xehanort's hearts. 5 vessels, 1 left. Vexen and Demyx are candidates, but backups at best. The plan for the last replica is to give it a heart that is connected to Sora's.
Connected to Sora? Anyone in mind?
The second prototype that was created, number I. Though erased from memory, it remained in Vexen's records. Its existence is greatly linked to Sora's memories, and thus should prove to be more than adequate for our needs.
I really like this cutscene, to be honest. This is what should have been in the game.
An imaginary number. How fitting.
So far, they've actually. I have seen this before, by the way.
With transferring hearts.
But I don't think if you saw Sora, I don't really 100% understand
I will go
it.
and retrieve Vexen.
But they're basically just explaining how they're bringing back. They bring back Kira and Shion.
Well, I'm off to do my part.
The plan, as we agreed upon.
Like, I kind of understood already how they brought back Shion, but I actually was quite confused on how they brought back Terra, because I thought Terranort actually was one of the ones that came back from the past, but Xehanort just explained that when Sora had defeated Ansem and Xemnas, the old man Xehanort, which is the one there, came back. That I knew, but I didn't actually realise he said, he was explaining that he came back to his original form, and when after Xemnas and Xehanort died, but it also brought back Kira's body, and he put back another one of his hearts in Kira's body, because it kind of like split them both to back to their original forms.
This is... Oh.
I love Chirifi. I hope we get to see Chirifi a lot more in this next arc.
Back so soon?
The only Dream Eater that I actually know, the second Dream Eater. I like the penguin with the sandals, the jandals or whatever they were. Back in Dream Drop distance.
Oh. Even with the power of waking, you can't just bring someone back.
But Kairi's heart hasn't been lost yet. She's still with us, right?
Maybe, but this time, I'm afraid the situation is a lot worse.
Hey, I've already restored 6 hearts. What's one more?
But that's not how it's supposed to work at all. The power of waking is meant to be used to wake and restore sleeping hearts, not to restore them after they've completely faded away from existence. You've done that 6 times before, and as a result, you've managed to greatly alter the course of history itself. You've broken a nature taboo.
Nature?
Sora's a bad boy.
A forbidden act. Break a taboo of nature, and you'll end up paying an extraordinary price.
Oh. I've heard that before. So, what's the price?
You'll lose your powers. You won't be able to use the power of waking.
That's all? No problem.
But that's not all. You yourself will vanish from this world. And without your powers, you can't return to the world you came from.
I don't care.
What?
There's a lot I don't understand. But I know that this is all I can do right now. I have to do everything I can to get Kairi back. That's the whole reason behind my journey.
I can't stop you, can I?
Nope.
I love
have to
Cherry's little
follow my
stubby
heart.
arms and legs.
Well, then this really is goodbye. So listen carefully to me. You'll return to the past again, but you won't be able to rewrite it this time. No matter what happens, you have to accept it and move on.
Okay, yeah, that pretty much sums up a lot of this DLC. Let's have a quick look. Do I have the new combo stuff on? I don't think I do. So let's quickly equip it. I don't know if that is or not. I don't remember if, I don't think I did have it on. I just equip everything. I think if you have all the combo stuff on, the newer one overrides the old one. So it doesn't really matter really too much. I wish what they had done for the combo stuff is like, if you see the description underneath, it would be like highlighted ReMIND, like as you know it's like a ReMIND DLC. I don't think we have anything to equip. Yeah, I think we're pretty good. There is one thing I want to do, but we'll have to get to a Moogle, and that's to level up Oblivion and Oathkeeper.
Okay?
I forgot to do that in the last part, but
The
doesn't
heart
matter.
you have now, it already existed during that
Hopefully I have
time.
enough materials
It went
to do
back
it.
into that past earlier. Nothing can change that fact. The place where you'll return is the tear in the fabric of time that was created when you changed your destiny, then changed it once again. In order to not stray too far from the true power of waking, you'll enter and pass through the hearts of the Guardians until you reach Kairi's heart.
Okay, so we're gonna go through
Every
each.
emotion that each of the Guardians felt. Sadness, anxiety,
you're not him.
fear, kindness,
Now let our friend
everything they saw, and everything that they felt then. You'll clear a way through it, traverse across their hearts, and dive ever deeper inside.
Yep, that pretty much sums it up.
I can't be sure what's waiting for you at the end, or what you'll actually be able to do. But by following the connection of hearts, you'll come to discover a greater truth. One that's sure to help you.
Will be torn heart from body.
But in this flow of time in the past, you'll only have up until the moment you left for this place. So you'll have to find and restore Kairi's heart before then. That's all the advice I can give you. Beyond that, I can only say, may your heart be your guiding key.
I like how they Chirfy says that as and it like zooms up on Ventus, because we know Ventus is getting a lot of screen time in Union Cross right now.
This.
So that is kind of cool.
Ven's heart.
So the first wielder's heart we're going to is Ven's.
Ven! Ven!
I really like the green of Ven's heart.
What?
So this person who's talking,
who are you?
Darkness. Now, as we see, yes, Darkness. In Union Cross, spoilers for Union Cross if you don't want to be spoiled. So I'm gonna say it right now. I'm gonna spoil right now. Ven was confirmed to be the one that killed Strelitzia. But we right behind him as he did it, we saw like there was some sort of dark shadow. I don't know, but this could be this darkness that Sora's talking to right now. Maybe, I really don't know. Oh yeah, we've got the optimal weapon as well. But yeah, this is another repeat of the secret fight for the base game. Just a lot easier. Like as you can see, we're wasting this guy. I should switch to one of my newer keyblades. Oh no, I have this one on. I didn't want that one. I guess we'll have to do Oblivion for now. Alright, enough playing around. I forget what this guy's called again. He probably had a different name because he's a different version. He's literally just a reskin or a different coloured version of the base game Secret Boss, which is kind of disappointing. And there we go. So we unlocked an item slot. Now you do get a lot of bonuses for these fights, at least. I hope I'm able to switch out the Toy Story Keyblade for Oathkeeper sometime soon.
That's it!
So, just to make this a little bit more simple, I don't know if they explained this very well, but there are two Soras currently. There's this Sora, which is the past Sora, and then there's the present Sora, which is going for everyone's heart.
No! Sora!
No! Donald! No!
I actually find it, I didn't realise, but it's quite interesting that Goofy knew what Donald was going to do. He knew that that was Donald's ultimate move.
Then...
There you go, as you can see, we have now transferred over to Aqua's heart.
Is this Aqua's heart?
I do like how we're actually seeing a lot of the characters'
was so peaceful.
Stage of awakening.
But this is fear.
Because in the original Birth by Sleep, I think we only saw Ventus's heart, or Station of Awakening. I think that was the first time we actually saw Aqua's in like a game. Because I think you can see it in Union Cross, but yeah, I don't think you've seen it in a numbered game or a main game anyway.
Pull it together, Sora. We haven't lost them. They still have their hearts. But we have to protect them.
Right.
We stand together. Mickey, Kairi, Goofy, watch the others.
No! We should all get to safety while we still can!
It's too late for that.
This is basically where it wipes everyone out. Now, I do like this this bit, because I know a lot of people complained about this bit. I personally didn't mind all that much. But if you remember Aqua...
It can't be.
pretty much giving up. Everyone was like, well, that's not really Aqua's character, but they add more to it right here. And as you can see, she's having some like PTSD sort of I guess moment. She doesn't actually give up, but it's just like too afraid to try to do anything.
So, this is the fear and despair that Aqua feels. And now, I feel it too.
And yeah, that basically explains as to why Aqua didn't fight back. She just like, I guess she did kind of give up. And yeah, here we go. Here's the second boss fight of ReMIND, which is another a rehash sort of fight. Alright, I'm doing really bad at the moment. I'm usually not this bad at this fight. I'm really good at this fight. Or not really good, but like somewhat decent. Oh, I could easily block that, but for some reason I just wasn't able to. A good thing I leveled up to level 99 because they're like doing no damage to me at all. And there we go. We got a maximum MP increase.
Aqua!
And well, that was pretty sad. The scream always gets me. That scream was very good.
Terra!
Ven!
Terra! We found you!
Terra, please say you're in there.
What gives, Aqua?
I know that you're not him. Now let our friend go!
Did I pass through the tear?
Oh, I love the fact that they're giving Nominee some more screen time. Like, there's one thing that I wish Kingdom Hearts 3 did, is give Nominee more screen time. Like, you only see her at the end.
Like I did?
Well,
and it's very sad because the in-game model looks absolutely gorgeous.
But tell me, why haven't you returned to Kairi's heart yet?
Out of all the characters that like moved from the old engine to the new, I reckon Nominae's is one of the ones that look like one of the better ones.
He is their 13th.
Today is the day you all lose.
What?
Before you even face the 13, every last one of you will be torn heart from body. But fear not. The Keyblade will still be forged.
Because I'm still not able to. But I'm calling out to Terra's heart, and I brought him here.
Terra?
No. Terra's heart is too steeped in darkness.
So, if you remember, there's an optional cutscene in the base game where you talk to Nominee when you're in the
This is Terra's sadness, anger.
what do you call it? The world of ocean and sky. the one where you're like a ghost. You talk to Nomine's heart
We're
or
not
star,
gonna lose to you.
and she explains all this. But that's actually missable, so they added in like an actual conversation between Sora and Nomine, which is pretty much the same conversation, but I like how they did that. Because I actually missed that conversation the first time playing.
Who are you?
Got you, Xehanort.
Terra?
This is impossible.
How I've waited for this moment.
Oh, actually, just looking at that cannon reminds me of the KH2 fight with him, but then that reminds me of the very last fight of the ReMIND story for Kingdom Hearts 3, and I'm dreading doing that, the secret episode. I have done it, I have beat him on critical. I don't want to say who it is, but yeah, it's really difficult. It's harder than Lingering Will by far, in my opinion. Then I think some of the limit cut episodes in this are harder than the Lingering Will in KH2.
Wretched spirit.
And yeah, this is obviously new.
As long as Master Xehanort resides within you, you're a threat to
This
Aqua
is
and
definitely
them.
one of my favorite additions to the ReMIND portion
How
of the game.
noble. You would give your life for theirs?
Again, this
You
is
must
one
be
of the
removed from existence.
cutscenes that needed to be in the
At all
base game.
costs.
Because we do not know what happens to Lingering Will. He shows up with that cutscene we saw before, and that's it. This will clarify what happens to him.
Namine, can you call out to Terra?
No, his rage is too strong. He won't respond to me.
No matter who gets hurt, it's bad for Terra. Either way, you have to leave. Go to the world of ocean and sky.
And you?
I got this.
It's quite interesting that we see Terra's body, Terra's heart, and Terra's mind all fighting in one fight. This man is like pretty much three separate pieces of himself, which is quite interesting because we read in one of the answer reports in Kingdom Hearts 1 that is what a body consists of, is those three pieces. And I also have kind of a small little theory as to why Terra's as the
I can travel to
Heartless,
different
his
times too,
heart
you know.
is fighting.
Did you think you were the only one with
Kind
that
of like
power?
fighting everyone, but I won't say as to what that is until a little later. Boom. And yeah, that pretty much what happened to Lingering Will. Kind of sad we didn't get more on or with the Lingering Will. Yeah, but that is the end of the Lingering Will. Now I
Seeing that you have also taken
believe
the forbidden
the
path,
destruction of the Lingering
you too
Will
must be ready to make the ultimate sacrifice.
is one of the reasons as to why Tira comes back. I feel like maybe his mind goes back to his heart with the Heartless here, the Dark Guardian, and also the when Ven, just before he drops Ven, in the Tyrannaut fight, what Ven says to him, that was like the last very thing he needed to gain control of the Guardian. Like, I don't know if that's true, but that's what I like to believe.
Over here.
It would kind of explain why maybe he couldn't get his body back at the end of his own story in Birth by Sleep, is because he was still locked away, and his mind was still locked away in his lingering will, or in his armor. Okay, I'm getting destroyed by these, but there we go. And boom. So yeah, I wouldn't say that's a rehash fight. You do fight him later on, obviously, when you go get Tira back, but it is kind of cool fighting him one-on-one. It's just a shame I'm like way over level for it, so I just obliterate him.
Darkness awaits you!
And yeah, that is pretty much, well, we won't see that Sora for a while, present day Sora. That was obviously him. We will be controlling the Sora from the past for a good majority of this DLC. We won't be seeing him for a wee while. Okay, so something I do want to quickly do is I want to switch favourite deputy out for Oathkeeper, and now I want to level them up. Now, workshop, and we have, where are they? Here we go. I'll do Oblivion first. So they're pretty much the same in terms of strength and all that. Like, I think Oblivion ends up having one more strength, and Oathkeeper ends up having one more magic. Yeah, there we go, there's that. Oh, that's the ultimate weapon. Yeah, I do like to level these Keyblades up because I'll be using these two and the ultimate weapon for our ReMIND probably the most. But there is actually one more that I will be using in ReMIND later on in the Limit Cut episode, which is this one. This is one you get from the Big Hero 6 world. I need a pulsing gem. Hold on one sec. There we go. I now need a lucid gem. But I guess it's good that I decided to grind a lot of this stuff, because now I can just buy it without going and finding it. Which would be annoying if I had to do that, because I'd actually have to switch to the base game over again. Now I need a pulsing crystal. Where's that Keyblade again? Alright. And now I need a lucid crystal. Alright. Should do the last level. Now the reason why I want to level up this Keyblade is because of one of its abilities, which is stun. What was it? Hang on. I'll just quickly go into it. It's called... where is it? Stun protection, it was that. Now that will come in handy for one of the fights later on. Not for right now, but yeah, definitely for later on. So yeah, I guess that'll be it for the meantime. It wasn't exactly an hour. We've got roughly about 9 minutes left, maybe. But this looks like a good place to end it. So yeah, feel free to leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next part. Bye.